Electron transport chain. The electron transport chain is a cluster of proteins that transfer electrons through a membrane to create a gradient of protons that creates ATP. What is ATP? The adenosine triphosphate ATP molecule is a nucleotide known in biochemistry as a molecular currency of intracellular energy transfer. That is, ATP is able to store and transport chemical energy within cells. During the process, a proton gradient is created when the protons are pumped from the mitochondrial matrix into the intermembrane space of the cell, which also helps in driving ATP production. Things to know: NADH nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide is a cofactor found in all living cells. The compound is a dinucleotide because it consists of two nucleotides joined through their phosphate groups. FADH2 flavin adenine dinucleotide is a redox coenzyme, more specifically a prosthetic group of protein, involved in several important enzymatic reactions in metabolism. The process.
In this video, we are going to look at electron transport chain, which is also known as oxidative phosphorylation. You may remember that a mitochondrion looks a little like this. It has an outer and inner membrane, and we're going to take a closer look at the inner mitochondrial membrane. So here is the membrane, and within it are a bunch of protein complexes. They are known as complex 1 or NADH dehydrogenase complex, complex 2 or succinate dehydrogenase, complex 3 or cytochrome C reductase, and complex 4 or cytochrome C oxidase. These are the major protein complexes of the electron transport chain. The other factors involved in the electron transport chain are the coenzyme Q10 and the cytochrome C complex. The other large protein complex involved here is called ATP synthetase, and as the name suggests, it is the complex that makes ATP. So the process begins with NADH, which was produced by glycolysis, beta-oxidation, and the TCA cycle. This NADH is oxidized to NAD+ and donates 2 electrons to the electron transport chain. These 2 electrons get passed between the complexes like these, and are finally accepted by oxygen, and with a couple of protons, this produces water. This oxygen is supplied by breathing air from our atmosphere, and to provide this is a reason that all animals need to breathe. Now, as the electrons are passed between the complexes, they pump protons out of the mitochondrial matrix into the intermembrane space like this. Complex 1 pumps out 4 protons, complex 3 pumps out 4 protons, and complex 4 pumps out 2 protons. Therefore, in total, 1 NADH pumps 10 protons across the membrane. A similar process happens when FADH2 is used as the electron donor. 2 electrons get donated to complex 2, which in turn passes them to coenzyme Q10 and onward down the electron transport chain. Because complex 1 is not involved when FADH2 is the electron donor, only 6 protons get pumped across the membrane. Finally, these protons then flow back down their electrochemical gradient through the ATP synthetase. For every 4 protons that flow through the ATP synthetase, a single ATP is produced. I should just say that different textbooks will quote different numbers here. I've quoted the number from Leininger's Principle or Biochemistry 5th edition. So if you do the math, it turns out that one NADH will produce 2.5 ATP and one FADH2 will produce 1.5 ATP. And that's how a cell produces ATP for its energy supply.